A gentleman requests a refill in the lounge of a Glasgow bar. It has been known in Glasgow that on the odd occasion in a public house there's been just a little trouble between the customers and the staff. But this today is a pub with a difference, because we're sitting in a pub which today is being used as a unique training centre for bouncers. And every man in this bar, including Cherokee, Dirty Harry and Big Billy sitting alongside me, are bouncers one and all. The first stage of the world-famous Glasgow chucking out ceremony is reenacted so trainee bouncers can learn the tricks of the trade.
Can I just kill it a bit? Okay.
Right, fair enough.
Right.
Just worry.
Quiet then.
Okay,
right.
hold it, listen. See when you go up to a customer?
Yeah.
Just walk up to him.
A professor of bouncing at this academy for Glasgow heavies is Brian Foss, a black belt judo champion. This is the headquarters of a rent-a-bouncer agency set up to supply and train brawny men to bounce in dance halls and pubs. The principals of the academy, Brian and his partner Tommy Pryor, spent many years successfully bouncing around the city, but claim they're trying to give the trade a new image.
He doesn't need to be able to fight or anything like that. He's got to be able to talk people out of a lounge or to talk to them to keep them quiet.
If the age of the gentle bouncer has dawned, then these men are its pioneers, the men handpicked by the agency for their tact and persuasion in settling trouble at dance halls and pubs. There's Cherokee, a gentle giant with a velvet touch of propelling drunks to the barroom door. Then there's Lightning Fitzy with the nimble feet for dodging an attacking boot. Big Willie, with a youthful air and a modern style, identifies with the young at heart. And here's Little Willie, whose nose was sadly squashed in a barroom brawl, but has returned from hospital unsoured by his bashing up. These are the veterans of many bouncing campaigns, so perhaps it's fitting that Al, Big Ben, John, Des, Rab and all should have been chosen as guinea pigs in an experiment to give the bouncing trade a bit of class. Glasgow has been the centre of a revolution in the bouncing trade. The bars and new-style drinking discos have wooed customers, and therefore bouncers, away from the dance halls. The agency now has over 20 men on its list who earn about £3 a night, slinging out the drunks, rowdies and bums who occasionally can be spotted carousing in Glasgow pubs. What the agency is trying to ensure is that its bouncers, unlike some, aren't drunks, rowdies and bums as well, or that they bounce with too much energy to give the bar itself a bad name.
What I recommend is just two stewards going up, one taking an arm each and putting the person in it.
How does that work? I mean, could you show me on Tommy? I mean, how one would do that? I mean, just show me now how. What's the conventional hold of one?
A steward should just take a person like that.
Just like that?
As long as there's one in each side.
At this training session, you're about to witness a classic bounce, but injected into it, one can spot a hint of style which so easily identifies an old boy of the bouncing academy. Notice the fluid frog march technique, the absence of scratching, kicking and gouging in the clinches, the final inevitable bounce itself. Do you need a killer instinct to be a bouncer?
No, before you take a bouncer's job, you have to know how to handle yourself. If you want to be the tough guy, well, you end up with a marked face.
What's the most embarrassing moment or frightening moment that's ever happened to you?
Well, embarrassing. Just having to put a woman out.
You had to throw a woman out of the
Yeah.
pub? What?
For using foul language.
And so the men of Rent-a-Bounce prepare to go on duty again. But first, the agency ensures that they won't let the academy down, so a brief inspection is held before they go off bouncing into the night. For years, the drunks of Glasgow bars have been used to the occasional bounce. But now it seems there's a renaissance in the trade, so perhaps the drunks will be grateful, but nowadays at least, they can be bounced in style.